Hey, real quick. This video is recorded from one of my live streams over on Twitch, so if you want to catch me live and join our growing community, I stream 4 times a week. Maybe you can stop by and say like the cut of my jib or something weird like that, so I know you came from here. Okay, enjoy the video. I'm already expecting every single little detail in this game to mean something, because you go to the first screen and it's like, I'm assuming this is a save slot, there's a blank notebook, there's a blank videotape, and there's a blank audio tape. Does it make a difference which one I choose? And then I hit escape, and I go to options. You can change the era, to modern, classic, or retro. I don't know what that means. Handedness any? Left, right? I'll be right-handed. Layout, auto, lines, twine, rope. I think that's the font. Oh, that's the font. Wait, what the hell? That's a setting? Let's do rope. Wait. Like, they went so crazy on the like, wordplay is not right. I used to know the word for this. It's literally just the brand language on this bad boy. On the settings, you either remember them or you forget them. So I want to remember them to save them. Also, multiplayer? What is going on? I didn't know this was multiplayer. Displays replies so much better too. I gotta see this formatting. My phone's also overheating a bit. Uh-oh. Tee. Third-party Twitch mobile app is going crazy. Okay. I'm gonna choose the notebook. Act 1. What do we have? Un pueblo de nada. What? A pueblo... Isn't de nada like thanks? The entertainment. Limits and demonstrations. Here and there along the echo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have no idea what this game is like. I think it's a point-and-click adventure. I checked the Steam page and that's what it says now. Also, oh, that's an X. Okay. I think if I click that, it goes backwards. Play. So maybe it's not a racing or dog game. I know Kentucky Route Zero sounds like driving. Well, it sounds like a road. Ecus, oils. What does that mean? Means the village of nothing. Oh, Denata. Okay, okay. Thank you. That's actually super helpful. I'm not super knowledgeable on Spanish. Okay, there is a car. A truck even. There's a dude with a dog. Do I walk around? Do I click? I think I click. Let's look at dog. An old hound and a straw hat. Both have seen better days. But this dog just wears a hat normally? That's not just like a promo image thing? That's like a character trait? It's a giant horse game of the year. A moving truck rumbles softly to itself. Painted on its side are the words Lizette's Antiques, Furniture, Glassware, Curiosities. So I'm moving antiques around. Can I go talk to you? Attendant. Let's talk, I guess? It's Joseph. Damn, did you hear that wreck? Truck full of bottles. I don't know, beer bottles, whiskey? Lost a tire or something and spilled booze and glass all over the interstate. What a mess. I hope they don't come down here looking for anything. We blew a damn fuse and it's all shut off. Did I hear a dog? What's your dog's name? Wait, yeah, I could name it. I could change the gender of the dog, too. What the... I feel like I should have a poll up. Nah, that would take too long. My vibes, my gut says... Homer. Dope. Bit of a shuffle or a drag in Homer's step. Kind of an old one, isn't he? Well, I guess he's got some stories, then. Hey, here's some jerky for Homer. I made it myself. Didn't turn out too well, but I bet a dog will eat it. Getting late, right? I can feel the sun on my neck. I bet it's just a few feet off the horizon. I've got a delivery to make on Dogwood, but I'd rather watch the sunset. Yeah, it's the truth. You've got to stop and breathe in the breathe in that road. Stop and smell the road. Ah, pavement. I bet while you're out driving, you let your eyes wander up the tree line and you just, well, I bet you're more of a poet than old Joseph. So, you like poetry? Oh, I just like to listen to the TV. I used to do a lot of poetry on the computer, but I don't have the ear for it lately. What changed? This person must be stressed about something that's preventing them from following their passion of poetry. Hi, Winborn! Welcome in. Also, hi, Alessa. I never said hi. Like the philosopher? Homer. Whoa, maybe. I was thinking Simpson. Listen, you and Homer would have been driving up and down 65 all night. Dogwood Drive is on the other side of, well, to get there, you've got to take the 0. Why does it look like that? You guys see that? That's not normal text right there. If I was in Severance right now, I'd be looking at that word and I'd be saying it's a bad number. That's a scary number right there. I'd be sorting that one differently. 0. This is what I sound like when I'm saying I'm taking the 1, when I'm talking about the light rail in Seattle. Calling it the 1 feels bad. They're both numbers. It fits. The 0 is a tough route to find, but you can use my computer to look up directions. You'll have to head down into the basement and reset the circuit breaker first. I'll be happy to have those whining lights back up anyway. It's too damn quiet out here. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the Elden Ring Easter egg on here yet. I should put that on my to-do list as an essential. Dead. Yeah, dead. It shouldn't be too hard to copy pasta. Yo, Inky! Thank you for the raid! Welcome, Raiders! Is that the Inky? The legendary Inky? The cool guy? What's up? Happy Friday. Oh shit, I clicked out of it. It's a pleasure to have you here. My name is Proller. If any of you are new here, I'm a Leshen VTuber. Excuse me. And I'm just starting, like, genuinely right at the beginning, point-and-click adventure called Kentucky Route Zero. So far, I know that my name is, I don't know, and I have a dog named Homer, and I am driving a truck full of antiques down Route 65, but I'm gonna have to take the 0, Kentucky Route Zero. Didn't think a game called Kentucky Route Zero would look this cool. It looks so sick! The art style is awesome. It's also, I didn't realize this, but it's also 3D. At least, well, it's like 3D but rendered flat, right? How was the Pokemon trading card game? How did that go? If you guys don't follow Inky, give him a freaking follow. Inky is awesome. Inky is genuinely a real cool guy. We play, or it's been a while, but we play TFT. Inky has defeated me in lobbies. He's pretty talented. Pretty good at games. Thank you for the mouthwater. Thank you, a viewer. The more I look at this horse, the more gender it is. It could be anything. It could actually be anything. Do you think it has... Oh, it's probably the roof line. I was looking at it and I was like, is that like the beginnings of a unicorn horn? It went awful. I'm on a 10 loss streak. Oh. Sorry. Get well soon. I hope the lunch helps. Oh, sounds like a horrible day. The thing about the Pokemon card game is it's probably... I wouldn't blame Inky's skill. It's all about luck anyway. A unicorn horn on his nose? Is there a different name for that? Need to hit Diamond in TFT, I forgot. I've given up on TFT. I'm out of the loop. I don't want to keep up with it. I'm a bizarre head now. I'm playing Dooley and learning about how to play Vanessa so that I can plan against the meta builds. That's been my recent auto battler. Can I continue the conversation? Oh, there we go. Just head back into the office and you can't miss the stairs. The breaker box will be somewhere on the right side of the room down there. Alright, I'll do it now. Many thanks. It is a valid question. Okay, so my name is Conway. It is a valid question to ask Joseph, like, why can't you just do it? This is your place. How long has it just been like that? Also, I want to look at him. Joseph sits between gas pumps in a Queen Anne armchair. His hair is gray and his glasses darkened. Whoa, Queen Anne is a neighborhood in Seattle. Do you think they make shares there? I've only been there a couple of times. Actually went there during my canvassing job. Wait, I want to point something out. So when we click, that's how we move, right? When we click on a place to move, it throws a little... It creates a peg and then throws a horseshoe. Look at this. And then the horseshoe hooks around it. That's so cute! What the heck? That's so cool! Whoa! Okay, so I need to go in there. Basement. That is such a cool little design choice. This game has style. Wow, it is really dark. There's guys down here? There's 3 dudes just hanging out in the dark. I'm kind of horrified. I'm gonna look at the sign first. A dusty, rusty sign is bolted onto the wall. These are the rules. 1. No open flames near the gasoline. 2. No consumption of beer or spirits on the premises. 3. In case of sudden darkness, do not panic. Relax. Count backwards from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I feel like counting down to 0 is gonna freak me out more than counting up will. Counting up feels like this. I'm gonna go on a pure, like, psychological tangent. Counting upwards feels like an opportunity. It feels like an open world. The more you count up, the more possibilities there are. When you count down, that's a finite point. When you hit 0, that's the end. If you count up, you're free. You can keep going. This would freak me out. I think you should count up from 5. Start at 5, then go to 6. Rule number 4. Strictly limit time spent in the basement to fewer than 3 minutes of every hour. Is it full of asbestos or what? I mean, there's gasoline down here. Maybe I'll talk to the guys first. Seems important. Basement people. Emily, Ben, and Bob sit in folding chairs behind a worn card table. Papers, oddly shaped dice, and highway maps cover the tabletop. Are they playing games without me? Maybe the gasoline under the gas station? That would make sense, yeah. No, you can't be huffing the air too much down here. Okay, so we have Emily, Ben, and Bob. EBB, Eb. Oh, sorry, I didn't know anyone was down here. Did you hear something? Whoa, am I a ghost? No, sorry, I was looking at the rules again. It gets easier as you go. Look, you said you rolled a 5, right? That means you get to pick up your marker and move it anywhere on the map. So it's your turn now, right? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Where'd you put that 20-sided die? Oh my god, it's like D&D. I don't see it. Did you drop it? Should be easy enough to find. It glows in the dark. What about me? They're excluding me. What the heck? Well, okay, so we're looking for a circuit breaker. Should I turn off my light and then just wing it? Oh yeah, there we go. You turn off the light, you can see the game piece. It's one of those games. Point-and-click adventure, everything's a puzzle. You gotta logic your way through it. Conway picks up the glowing 20-sided die and inspects it. The number 5 is facing up. It's just a small piece of plastic, but it has a reassuring, almost comforting weight. He places the object in his jacket pocket. I'm stealing this. This is cool. Screw you. You didn't acknowledge me. I'm taking your 20-sided die. I'm giving it to Joseph. No, I should do the obvious thing. I should try to give them the die first. Because if I go to Joseph and Joseph's like, how did you know I needed this? Oh wait, they're gone. Oh, and there's the breaker. What is happening? I'm a mess. Folding chairs are arranged around a worn card table. The chairs are empty and the surface of the table is bare. I suddenly feel like I should let the souls rest and put their 20-sided die on the table. I don't need a die. I am not playing games where I'm going. Hello, breaker. I bet I just unlocked a good ending because I left the die for the ghosts. If they were ghosts. This game so has ghosts. Yeah, spooky. What's going on? There it is. Just listen to those lights whine. Yep. Do I want to reveal that I'm crazy? Nah. Well, I have so many questions. Nah, it's for the best. Who knows what this guy thinks of someone who hallucinates? He might kill me. Maybe there's like some sort of, I don't know, like a superstition around seeing people playing games around here that I don't know about. Maybe if you see someone playing games, then you're sick in the head, and he's gonna put me in his like basement dungeon with the fumes. With the fumes. Well, I'd better get those directions and head to the Zero if you don't mind. So, computers in the office. You're looking for Marquez. She knows her way around those roads. She'll get you to the Zero. The password is, damn. I usually just feel it out. Muscle memory, you know? Oh, God. That's happened to me a few times with the 4-digit pin on my PC before. I've had to, like, really think about it. Because it is muscle memory at this point. I just use my numpad and it just goes. I feel that. But I would never muscle memory a long password, because that would be dooming myself. It's kind of long. Kind of like a short poem, I think. One of those short poems that really sums it all up. You'll figure it out. Oh, why don't you go muscle memory it for me? This guy would rather have me figure out his password than type it in himself. Conway taps a key, waking the computer from its reverie. User. I love what they did with the text in this. This is so cool. I'm also very happy that we're using the rope font weight so that we can see the effects a little bit better. That was a lucky choice. Alright, so I am going to say that I am Joseph. That is the logical thing to do. Password. Ooh, something that sums up everything. I bet Joseph is a religious man. I talk and listen to him talking. He's talking about God, probably. Oh, wait. Oh, there's more. This I thought it'd be like, it would be a one-line poem. Nobody saw the accident. The lights whine. Password accepted! Let's go! Now the real question is, did I just happen to get it right? Or does it accept anything? Have I just created a truth? How's it going in there? Figuring it all out? Sure you are. Okay, games. Games is not real? No! Joseph has a strict no games rule. The people who were in the basement were playing games and he killed them! No one saw the accident! Except it wasn't an accident. It was a deliberate killing of gamers. Okay, messages. No games on his phone. Message 1 is from Donald at hotmk.mail. Message 2 is from accounts at consolidated.mail. Can I read both? Let's read message 1 from Donald. From Donald at hotmk.mail. Subject, fragments dim of lovely forms. Is this, like, is this yaoi? Are they sending each other, like, lustful poems? Message. Joseph, I know it's been a while, and I know you're still sore, but there's a whole world in here, and we need to help your... we need your help to unmask it. Yes, the caves are cold and damp, and we are old and lame. Never mind. I can't remember why I even started writing this. I miss those days in the lab, with you and our dear Lula. Maybe you found your own Xanadu. Well, so have I. End of message. Joseph has history! Joseph and Donald with their dear Lula. What is Lula? Is Lula a person? Is Lula an animal? In the lab? What does he mean by Xanadu? What's going on? Show me message 2. From accounts at consolidated.mail. That is so generic, it's scary. Subject, account standing, urgent. Oh no. Dear Ecus Oils. Is that like equestrian? It's the horse? This is an urgent automated message that your account is overdue by more than 14 days. In response, we have switched you to our low reliability dirty power plus plan. Hey, it still works! Consider making a payment immediately to obviate the need for us to switch you to Sustained Brownout Select. Sincerely, your friends at the Consolidated Power Co. Sustained Brownout Select. Just say you're shutting off the electricity. Why is that a plan? Alright, let's look at the address book. That's what we need. We want Marquez. Marquez residence. 100 Macondo Lane. Head northeast on 65 and turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. What? This thing is like netherite. You can light it on fire and it never goes out. Look for the barn at the base of the mountain there. You can't miss it. Okay, so northeast on the 65 and turn left at the tree that's always on fire. If it's not on fire, it's just gonna be an ugly tree. So we gotta remember that. Write that down. Write that down. Scientific horse name. Oh. Lula could be a personified lab equipment. Like all of the friends in Dooley's workshop. It's a bizarre reference. I wonder what machine Lula would be. Got it? Out there on Macondo somewhere, right? Yeah, that's it. Hey, look. While you were down there, I loaded that old TV of mine into your truck. I borrowed that thing from Weaver Marquez a number of years ago, and now that the power is all weird over here, I can't pick up anything but static and public access anyway. Okay, if he has power for the TV, I don't think that would affect the signals it can receive. It's a little bit weird. I'm a little freaked out by that. What's going on? Is this some sort of censorship? Are they keeping him in the dark about something? She was always more of a reader, but maybe she'd want it back at home. It's a nice TV. Centrifuge for sure. Yeah, Lula the centrifuge. I could see it. Can I go over here? I'm gonna toss my horseshoe off the screen. I can! Oh, look at that. I'm seriously in love with the horseshoe thing. That's so cute. Alright, so the road winds around. There's a house over there. Okay. Do you think that's the tree that's always on fire? Nah. Which of these trees looks ugly? This one or this one? I guess we'll find out when we get there. Can I talk to Joseph on the way out? Sun's gone down. You and Homer better get on that road if you're gonna make your delivery. Alright, Homer, let's go. How's it going, Homer? What do you think about this place? Seems like they're really on the rocks. How about a treat? Here's some jerky from the gas station attendant. Wait! Before I do that, I'm actually gonna save it. Let's save it for later. If this is supposed to be like a real dog training thing, I only want to give it to Homer when Homer's done something that I appreciate. That I want to train Homer to do. Take it easy, Homer. We gotta use it as a reward. We can't just give it to him all willy-nilly, because then he's not gonna do what we want him to do. I'm trying to keep this dog's brain plastic. Big downside I've noticed, no channel point redeems. Sick and twisted. How could they miss such a vital function of Twitch chat? If you would like me to mouthwater, I'll do it. Don't worry, I picked up on it. The Beverly for today is hot cocoa. Let's get back in the truck. Let's go, Homer. There's a 13-minute cooldown still, but yeah. Oh, we got a map! Interstate 65. So we're gonna go northeast, which is this way. Up here. So what, do I just click? We throw a horseshoe on the road. Alright, where do you think the tree is? Oh, there's the tree. Burning tree. Okay. A tall black oak burns on a hill above the road. Who's keeping it on fire? How is it still standing? I have so many questions. Mammoth Cave Parkway. Can I exit? What happens when I click on this? Little journal on the side. Marquez Farmhouse. Directions from Ecuse Oils. I'm saying it like it's a foreign word instead of a scientific word. I don't know what it would sound like scientifically, though. Head northeast on 65 and turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. Yep, got it. Dogwood Drive? I don't know. I could have gotten that info! Wait! Guys, I'm going back. I bet Joseph's dead by now. Oh, that's how you enter a place. You just click on the arrow. Okay. Equus. Act 1, Scene 2. What? There's another scene? I was just here! Who are you? I'm going straight to the PC. I don't have time for this. I need Dogwood info. That's a good font. They got some cool looking stuff. This is a monospace font, looks like. Also this one. I don't know if you're talking about this one too. Also the one in between the scenes. The Act 1, Scene 2. This game just looks beautiful. I'm loving it. Side note, I was watching Iced play Nine Souls recently, and I can't help but notice that all of Nine Souls' text is set in Verdana, and that it fricks me up. It's looking like IKEA in there. I don't like it. It feels wrong. It's bad. Get it out of there. It is technically better usage than the way IKEA uses it, because Verdana was designed for screens. It's a Microsoft font, but IKEA uses it in everything, including print. So I don't know. Maybe Nine Souls is more valid for using it than IKEA is. So maybe I shouldn't complain too much. Conway taps a key, waking the computer from its reverie. No, I don't have info for Dogwood. No, it's a different scene. I missed it. We'll find out how to get there another way. I'm still gonna snoop though. Although those are, I didn't want to read that. It's gonna be the same. Yeah. It's the same stuff. Yeah. Sustain brownout select. Yeah. No new messages. Get me out of here. You have games now? Oh. Joseph has to have some way to pass the time. I'm gonna take a gander before talking to them. A man with a large pair of antlers slung over his shoulder is speaking with Joseph. That's only a few miles outside of Hodgenville anyway. I don't think you could do much better for accessibility, and they've got that new gas station if folks get lost. Joseph seems pretty knowledgeable about other places, and is freely giving information to this guy, when he wasn't giving it to me. I guess he was just maybe confused about the place that I was going to. I don't know, maybe. Maybe he woke up. Maybe he was sleepy when he was talking to me, maybe. This guy's name is Carrington, we now know. But maybe they should feel lost, Joseph. Just as lost then as we are always already lost. Just like poor itinerant Silas, wandering the road, looking for a home. This is one of the poets. Well, that's a way to look at it, I guess. Well, hello! I heard that old truck rumble on up. How's Homer? Say, maybe you can help this fellow. He's looking for a venue, is how you said it, right? Sure, I have an old friend who runs a bar, and they've got a real big stage. No, it can't be indoors. Impossible. What, is he gonna summon an alien from the sky? But I'm obliged you'd stop a moment to help me work this through. Let me explain my charge. I've dedicated my last 12 years to the design and orchestration of my life's great work. A grand, broadly experimental theatrical adaptation of The Death of a Hired Man by Robert Frost. Poetry guy! Don't let IKEA monopolize Verdana. Yeah, you're right. I should let Nine Souls use it. It's always Robert Frost. Robert Frost is like the poet that everyone knows about. I couldn't name another poet. Unless, maybe, Shel Silverstein? Maybe? That's the name, right? Kind of poet. Would you say that's poetry? Anyway. Yeah, I've read some of his stuff. Yeah, he's pretty okay. Not one of my favorites, but Carrington here has a knack for drama. One Well, drama is really my second love. My higher calling is pseudoscience. Boy, do I love pseudoscience. Yep. I'm just gonna smile and nod. Yep, pseudoscience. He's gonna go on his whole tangent. Pseudoscience is the eternally fruitful marriage of whimsy and process that has yielded such poetic specimens as astrology, phrenology, canals on Mars, and homeopathic medicine. I hope I have the time to explain how my pseudoscientific theory, poetics, find expression in this play, but now I am in a delirious rush. Homoerotic medicine. No! They're riffing on Robert Frost, but referencing the famous play Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller. Okay, okay. The event is to be performed tomorrow morning, just before dawn. But in the spirit of tragedy, our venue fell through at the last moment. The venue was the tree. And it caught fire. I mean, that's not true, but it would be funny in my head. And funny out loud, too. Because you guys are laughing, right? I've been out all day driving the highways looking for a replacement, eyes fastened to the landscape like a hawk scouring the field. So, like a hawk, in fact, that I failed to keep an eye on my gas meter. I'm here waiting for the tow truck to bring my car so I can get back to back at the task. So what kind of venue are you looking for? Somewhere outdoors, somewhere intimate, somewhere tragic. If you have attention to spare on your drive, I'd be grateful. I'm gonna recommend the tree. It's a tree that's always on fire. It's perfect. I can't talk to him more. Poetic specimens such as phrenology is crazy. We got some goobers over here. Well, here you are. Here I am. Here I am. Yep, I'm hard at work, as you can see. Now don't distract me. He's got a sense of humor. He's a goofy guy. You like your work? Better than being in a ditch. Ha! I bet you always say that, like a reflex. When people ask about my work, I always say, it's pretty okay. That way I don't have to think about it. Oh man, he's gonna make me think about my work! He's gonna give me an existential crisis. He's gonna be like, what's the point of all this? Why am I doing this? Why am I driving these antiques? Do people even like antiques anymore? Are they still in style? Wait, did I click on the wrong one? There we go. Ready to leave. I'm so focused on trying to pull up my high school memory of who wrote Death of a Salesman that I missed. What? Going on pseudoscience stuff. Phrenology is a pseudoscience that involves the measurement of bumps on the skull to predict mental traits. It's a very racist pseudoscience. Yeah. I can look at the burning tree, but I can't go into it. The tall black oak burns on a hill above the road. Oh wait, I'm supposed to turn left. Can I go this way? I can! Yeah. Oh, there's the house. I should have known. I should have figured that out. Hi, Miss Delaney. We're on scene 3. Whoa. I wonder if the order that I've done this in has changed it. Marquez Farmhouse. Whoa. I learned that from Django Unchained. I need to watch that. I need to see that. How you doing, Delaney? Hope you're having a nice Friday so far. We're playing a point-and-click adventure today. It's, I just started it. It's looking to be very interesting. I'm a guy that's delivering antiques, and I have a dog named Homer. Homer is my best boy. Pretty dark out here, huh? Homer keeps me company. Maybe you'd better stay down here where it's lit. No, I want him to come with me. Hope I can borrow you a treat up there. We'll find him a treat. Look at the lamp. A street lamp lights the base of a dusty path leading up the hill. I guess we go up the hill. Also, look at the... I gotta point this out to everyone. Whenever you click to go someplace, it throws a little peg and then tosses a horseshoe. And then you walk to the horseshoe. They got so many cool ideas for this freaking game. I'm gonna go to the graveyard. A family graveyard is set off to the side of the house. Headstones are inscribed with the surnames of the unfortunate. Nowakowski, Padilla, Marquez. These are probably last names. So not family members. Maybe friends. Close friends, if they're in a graveyard together. Maybe this was a sort of found family situation. I've heard of this game before. It always seems intriguing. I'm finding out so much about it today. I wasn't even sure if it was a point-and-click adventure until this morning. Light switch. I'm breaking in. What's going on? I'm just thinking what a lovely house we have. Do you like it? Have you been here before? Did you happen to see an owl? Are you not worried about someone breaking into your home? What? No, I've never been here before. I know. It must seem very strange to you. I was here when this house was built, so it's never been strange to me. There used to be another house here, but we had it destroyed, and we built this one. It was very expensive, and we got quite underwater. I want to ask about the burning tree. Game with Doggo, immediate 11 out of 10. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know how to sell a game. What do you do for work? Is it too difficult, or do you like it very much? I was once a mathematician. Are you looking for something in particular here? I drive deliveries for a small antique shop. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. I believe it's hard times for a small antique shop. It's hard times everywhere, even out here on our little farm. My parents stopped paying the bank a while back. I shouldn't even be here, but I just stayed. I have some notebooks. I'm only a little bored. I might prefer to watch TV occasionally. Oh wait, sorry, Joseph is the person at the gas station. For some reason I read this and I thought of Homer. Like, my dog says you're too smart to watch TV. I'm gonna say, well, if I say this, it at least introduces the fact that I know Joseph and maybe gets the conversation started there. Joseph says you're too smart to watch TV. That was a nice thing to say, but he was wrong. I'm not as smart as I used to be. Well, actually, I suppose I am as smart as I used to be, but never any smarter. I don't learn anything new anymore. I write some figures, but nothing radical. I'll bet he sent that old TV along with you, didn't he? Of course he did. That was clever of him. Yeah, what's the TV for? What's Joseph planning? Will you please set it up? Then I can explain to you how to get where you're going. The zero. I know. What is the zero? Why does everyone know about the zero? Why do they say it in this funny, in this wavy looking, it's got shadows on it? Why do they say it like that? Here's your TV. Oh, I have a hat. I thought that was my hair. Whoa. Ma'am, your wall is gone? I don't know if you knew that. That's not how it's supposed to look. You've made a mistake setting it up. Is it a foreign object to you? Which of your parents was it who wouldn't allow you to watch television? So many assumptions about me! Goodness gracious! I'm actually an alien and I was never born with parents. I just spawned out of a test tube. Kind of rude of you to assume. Okay. Dad thought it was radioactive. I know about that. He was ill, wasn't he? Mentally, I mean. Kind of cautious? Timid? Cautious, yeah, that's a way to put it. You have it all backwards. I'm not surprised. Are you? Have you been paying attention? I don't think you have. It's time to start paying attention now, Conway. Look closely at the television. I'm looking. Ah, there's horses! That's what I missed. Like how the trees are stylized? Yeah, they're made of rhombuses. Like when there's text effects, because it's like, how do you even make that noise with your mouth? Yeah! Does it sound like when they say the zero? Like the... Kinda wanna play this myself, but I hope you have a fun time. Yeah, don't spoil it yourself if you wanna play it yourself. Take it easy, Delaney. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, wake up. You spaced out for a minute there. The picture on the TV. Weaver, the horses. That TV is picking up the wrong signal. My cousin Shannon would know more about it. She fixes TVs for a living. Well, she used to. I think the new models are giving her some trouble. Your cousin? That's my father's brother's daughter, Shannon. Wait. That's my father's brother's daughter, Shannon. We're about the same age. Well, we used to be. She's older now. How does that make sense? What? That doesn't... What? Your relative age is the same. Time is passing at the same rate for everyone. We're about the same age? Well, we used to be. She's older now? What does that mean? Are you frozen in time, Weaver? Do you not know how time works? What? What's going on? Is this a time travel game? Unless, I just had a ghost encounter in D&D, it happens. Oh my god. We're just running into ghosts left and right. It is weird, all of these people that we run into have... Well, not Joseph. Joseph was normal and the stranger was normal. Carrying something. The other guy at the gas station. Those people were fine. The people in the basement reacted very strangely when I tried to talk to them, in that they did not notice me at all. And then Weaver here reacted strangely because they weren't concerned about me breaking into their home without even knocking. I just walked in and turned on the light. Also, the house was dark. Weaver was just hanging out in a dark house. People don't do that. That's not a thing that people do. Unless they're maybe like a little... Maybe they got some like weird activities that they like to, I don't know, meditate on or something. I don't know. I don't want to judge. Maybe some of you sit in dark homes. But like, it's freaking me out a little bit. She has a workshop up north a ways, by the lake. Right where, Peonia and Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop, and she fixes TVs in the back. Do you like fishing? I hang out in the dark sometimes. My room is pretty dark, but I keep at least one light on. I accidentally hang out in the dark. Is it because you're sitting in front of a screen? Because that's what happens to me. Once saw a meme of a job app that was like, how old are you? Why? And it has that energy. Yeah. Why are you that old? Cause I was born at a certain age. I was born at 0 at a certain year, and it is no longer that year. Hanging out in the dark like the Groveling Toad in saw game? Groveling Toad. Honestly, I'm not convinced you should bother with the 0. I'd much rather you find my cousin and fix my TV, but I'll get you headed the right way. We have another quest to do if we want. So it's pretty easy. Get back on the 65 heading north, then take the first right after the artificial limb factory. From there, your arrival at the 0 is basically inevitable. Nice to know you, Conway. Keep your eyes open, especially in the dark. So, my next question is, if someone's telling me that antiques aren't a viable business nowadays because times are tough, how the heck is there an artificial limb factory open? An artificial limb factory is something that works really well with a global market because it's a very niche thing that helps a lot of people, but within a small community, you're not gonna make a lot of sales. Oh, okay. Alright. So that was a vision of some sort. We gotta remember that farm with the swirly thing and the 2 horses. Remember that. I don't know why we should remember it. It was a ghost. Weaver is gone. I now have a home that I can squat in. Mom and Pop Limb Factory? Yeah. I wanna go in the garage. I guess it's not an option. I can just click on 2 truck. Let's go 2 truck. People will always need limbs. Like, I guess another question is, what is happening in this area that enough sales of artificial limbs are being made to keep it in business? Is there a doctor that's a little too amputation happy? There's some horses out there behind the house. Remember the horses you and Lizette and Ira had? Ira? It's probably Ira. I miss them sometimes. The horses. Let's go. What in tarnation? Okay, so what was it? We need to go up. We need to go north. Yeah. North up a ways by the lake, right where Peonia and Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop. Okay. We're gonna fix the TV, I guess. What are you? Factory. A creek runs alongside the highway and then turns toward a dirty brick building. A grinding drone from within the building is faintly audible from the interstate. Floodlights on the lawn illuminate smokestacks. At the edge of the building's parking lot, a large sign, partly obscured by trees, reads, Artificial Limb Factory. Probably American Artificial Limb Factory. Can I go over here? Oh, there's Ellen Turnpike Road, Dixie Highway, Hardyville Road. I want to just explore stuff randomly. I could go very linearly and just try to follow the instructions. What is this? Raider Hill Road? We need Peonia and Wax. What are you? Frenchman Knob? I think I've gone too far. Bacon Creek, Priceville. I mean, this on-ramp thing seems intriguing. I thought you can back up on the highway. Yeah, I can do a U-turn as often as I want. Charlie Morin Highway. Dixie. Griderville Road. Sorry, what was it? Up north a ways by the lake, right where Peonia and Wax Road meet, there's a big bait and tackle shop. What? What? Go north? It wasn't around there. What's this way? Guitar player. A young man in gray-stained clothes sits by the lake of the road. Wait, by the lake of the road? Excuse me. By the side of the road. He is playing a worn guitar. To his left is a blue mug, and to his right, a weathered dog. I'm gonna listen. Conway stands and listens. The young man strums absently on the guitar, hums tunelessly, and occasionally mumbles a word. I can barely hear it. I'll put $1 in the cup. I'm gonna pretend like I can just do that. Maybe I have a lot of expendable cash. Conway pulls a wrinkled dollar bill from his back pocket and puts it in the young man's cup. The young man stops playing, pulls the wet dollar bill out of his whiskey, and hands it back to Conway. No, I'm a stupid idiot. That's awkward. Yummers. I now have a whiskey-soaked bill. Yeah, the U-turn on the freeway. Do you guys know that was I want to say our first Valentine's Day visual novel, in a way? I guess it wasn't a visual novel, it was more like an RP stream. I was thinking back on it. I was trying to remember what the first one was. It was that stream. Wheeler Mill Road, Valentine's RP. Yeah, we went on a little date. Wax Road. There's Wax Road. Where's Peonia? Well, there's the bait shop. We made it! Wow, that was a very confusing route. Conway pulls into the bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads, Live bait, minnows, small and also large, for stripers, night crawlers, chips and beer. A green flyer hangs loosely from a bit of masking tape at eye level. To the shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into grass and then eventually trees. The bait shop is open. I am going to enter the bait shop. Conway enters the bait shop. Narrow aisles crowded with lures, reels, rods, and snacks divide the shop lengthwise from the entrance to the cashier's counter. The left wall is lined with churning tanks of water. They got fish! I'm gonna look at the tanks. Conway approaches the tanks. The 3 metal tanks aren't labeled, and the water is too agitated to get a clear view of what's inside each one. The contents of the first tank are vaguely gray. The second one is a muddy pink. The third is clear, but shiny silver flecks occasionally flash along its surface. I could reach into the tanks! This place is open for business. There's probably someone working here. I'm not gonna stick my hand in the tank. Conway steps away from the tanks. Narrow aisles crowded with... Okay, yeah. Let's approach the counter. Let's see who's working here first. Large for strippers. A wiry cashier stands behind the register, preoccupied with the Sudoku puzzle. It's me! It's me! I'm gonna ask about the workshop. Conway asks about Shannon Marquez's workshop. A handwritten sign on the door behind the counter reads, TV repairs by appointment, please consult with cashier. Huh. Cashier knocks a few times on the door and waits, occasionally glancing at his puzzle. After a few moments with no answer, he notices a smaller note written on the sign, reads it, then points it out to Conway. I will read the note. Conway reads the note on the workshop door. Weaver, I got your message. Have left for the old mine. Don't know if I will see you there or what. Ready either way. Shannon. Got your message from a ghost? Hi, Aphilo! Okay, I guess... I don't care to ask about the basketball game. I don't expect this person to be interested in it. I am feeling like reaching into the tanks, though, if the cashier is preoccupied with a Sudoku puzzle. I'm gonna reach into the first one. Conway's hand brushes against something roughly the size of his palm. Reach deeper. Conway reaches deeper into the tank. Conway's hand comes into contact with the scaly, uneven surface. As he runs his fingers along the bottom, a bead of sweat bridges the inches from his temple to the water's surface. Something bites at his forearm. He recoils. It was a piranha. It had to have been. Grab a fish for the road? Yeah, I want to. I'm gonna reach into all of them, by the way. Conway reaches into the second tank. Conway's fingers slip through something fleshy but inert. The sensation is nauseating. Worms. It's probably worms. Deeper. Conway reaches deeper into the tank. As his elbow passes into the pinkish mass, he realizes he's about to be sick from the smell and pulls away. Well, then the third tank has to be the one that feels just right, right? Not too fleshy, not too scaly. Smells okay. The water seems to tremble with life. Conway can't tell if his hand is being nibbled by fish or massaged by the artificial current. As his eyes near the surface... Wait. As his eyes near the surface of the water... As his eyes near the surface of the water... This is a verb. My bad. He can see something colorful glowing faintly at the bottom of the tank. I have to grab it. A tremor spreads from his elbow out to his fingertips and up to the base of his shoulder. His vision flickers. The water is running warm under his skin now, and he has the sensation that something is about to snap. His eyes close. He lays on a rooftop, new shingles rough beneath his back, swelling in the noon sun. He is exhausted. They must have started before dawn. His legs are sore from holding stable on the uneven surface, his wrists from breaking old sealant, his fingers from carefully lifting shingles to hammer down new ones. His boss, Ira, yells from the idling truck below. He shades his eyes with his hand. A beer would be really good. Oh, a beer would be good. It's barely past noon, but he's worked a full day already. What could the harm be? Maybe a shot at the counter, just to get his eyes open? Then a beer. He could offer to drive into town for lunch, and stop at that place on Cumberland. The cashier pushes Conway roughly on the shoulder. He's been talking, yelling maybe, and it's all an echo now. Okay, the cashier noticed. Conway looks up, his neck stiff with pain, his right palm still tingling. The cashier points to the tank, then above it to a sign... Wait. Then above it to a few holes torn in the wall. Nail holes from which an electric sign has come dislodged and fallen into the water. He helps Conway to his feet, looks at him pitifully, and returns to the cash register. So that only happened because an electric sign dropped into the tank? And I got electrocuted? What about the fish in there? He just grabbed a live wire? Real! It happens! Citrona, you made it happen! That wouldn't have happened if you didn't say that. Come on! I was having a moment with whatever massaging jets there were in the water. What if these are limbs and not fish? Whoa, whoa. I'm out of here. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads, okay, yeah. They got the large for strippers. Okay. To the shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into grass and then eventually trees. A dirt parking lot. I kind of want to go there, but I don't know if I have the option. Dirt parking lot? Can I go this way? Peonia Road? That's not really a... That's like a text exploration place. That's not a place I can walk through. So I have another place to go to, yeah? 0 on-ramp? Oh, I could do that. Wait, the sign said something about... The dude was waiting for Weaver, right? That the person got the message. I could just go to the 0 now. But... Hold on. I'm sorry. It didn't show up in my notes, so I gotta go back and read it. There's an airplane? I'm gonna look at that. What? 2 shirtless, shoeless men push a light aircraft along the highway. Occasionally, one or the other slips a bit on the sweating asphalt or stops to pull back his hair. The men are nearly broken. What about the wheels? The rubber is almost worn away. Soon these men will be dragging this airplane. Ghosts. It's gotta be ghosts. Should we watch them go off the screen? Yeah. I'm gonna sip my cocoa until their wheels fall off. Why do they not have shoes? Maybe it's like, you know when someone gets into an accident, whether it's real life or a TV show, it's consistent. If their shoes fall off, then they're probably dead. If the impact hit them really hard and their shoes fly off, that's a fatality. Maybe that's what happened to these guys. Maybe it was like a plane wreck and their shoes went flying off to indicate that they were dead, and now they are ghosts, and they pushed the airplane in their ghostliness without shoes. Is there an environmental death skeleton? An environmental death skeleton? What do you mean? Maybe? I don't know what that means. Alright, I'm out of here. They're never getting off the grounds. Not like that. Not without shoes. Alright, I said I was gonna go back. Back to... Oh wait! This is where I need to go, probably. This way? This dead-end road? Rocky Hill Estates Road? That's just there? Alright. We're going into the shop. It says, to the shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into grass and then eventually trees. I guess that doesn't go anywhere if it just goes into trees, but... I should read the flyer. Computer-printed type in a bold font surrounds a clip art illustration of a TV set. The TV has eyes, arms, and legs. Its shoulders are slouched. On the screen is a cartoon expression of exhausted nausea. A hot water bottle rests against the wire antenna. That's an image. TV repair. No bottle too old. Inquire within. We do not sell digital converter boxes. Skeleton you find in post-apocalyptic game to show something that happened. A joke of which is like finding a skeleton in a funny position, like playing video game or on a toilet. I guess that's what the airplane guys were. Or was it just the shoes? Environmental death shoes. I'm thinking like... It's usually a combination of the shoes and the person without them to imply that they flew off. That's how I imagine it. Good morning, Fuquamity Nation! I'm gonna read the note. Weaver, I got your message. Have left for the old mine. Don't know if I will see you there or what. Ready either way. So there's no directions on how to get there, but it's the old mine. I had to double check because I wasn't sure if it really was the mine. Because I was thinking of... Night in the Woods. I was thinking of the mine in that game. And I wasn't sure if I was getting them mixed up. So there's a mine somewhere. We're gonna have to find it. Either that or we're just gonna go to the zero. Sunfish B Spring Road. Can I go up here? No. I gotta stick to the roads that are a more vibrant white. A singing chorus echoes from within the church. The building is 1 story tall with a pitched roof and a 3-story spire rising from the front. The top section of the spire is made of stained glass. An interior light illuminates the pines in red, green, and blue. A large LED display glows in the parking lot. Light of the Last Awakening Baptist Church. I'm a little scared. Moonshoes? Real. There's a mind somewhere. Expanding brain. I'm a little bit scared. This is the middle of the night, by the way. I'm gonna go into the church. It's ghosts. It's gotta be ghosts. Conway approaches the church doors. The front doors of the church are modest and worn. They are locked. So they're holding a service in the middle of the night with locked doors. I'm gonna go to the rear of the building. Conway walks to the rear of the building. A ramp leads up from a few dusty metal trash cans to the church's back door. I'm not above this. I'll look in the trash cans. Conway opens a few of the trash cans and looks in. One has a bit of something leafy and rotten stuck to the bottom of it. Another is full of unlabeled videotapes. Unlabeled videotapes? Do we have church snuff films? Baptists are only a little freaky. Evangelicals are scarier. True, true. Maybe we're okay? It's okay. I mean, I guess I've already looked in the trash cans. So I wouldn't do it again. I'll enter through the back door. Conway pushes open the back door. He finds himself in a kitchen lit by a buzzing fluorescent ceiling fixture. On the counter are a plate of moldy bread and an empty Dixie cup flecked red around its waxy rim. Red? Is that mold? A set of swinging plastic doors on the far wall lead out of the kitchen. I guess we'll go through the plastic doors. Why are the doors made of plastic? I'm so confused. This place has atrocious vibes. Conway pushes open the plastic doors and walks through. Vacant pews sprawl unevenly into the church. A small raised stage lies to Conway's right, bare except for a tape recorder. The tape recorder's power cord runs to an outlet near Conway's feet. I guess I'll unplug it. The singing stops. The lights fail. What did I just do? I want to take the tapes, but I don't think I can. God is dead. What have I done? It's all my fault. Mammoth Cave Road. There's a museum. A sign in front of the building just reads, Museum. The lights are off, but the front door is open. I'll go in. Conway steps through the museum's doors. A few feet inside the museum doors, the ambient sound of the highway drops sharply away. The room is cold, dark, and still. A book lies open on a table in the center of the room. An open hallway extends to the left. Large glass doors bar the path ahead. I would like to look at the book first, because it's right in front of me, I think. Conway looks at the book. There's no title on the book's spine or cover. Oh my god, the map just disappeared. A 3-word phrase written in pencil on the first page is smudged and indecipherable. On the first page, someone has left an ink drawing of a horse. Horse! Several dozen blank pages later, at the end of the book, is an elaborate ink drawing of a one-legged man working an antique adding machine surrounded by whiskey bottles. I'm sorry, are they just putting everything we found into one sentence? What's going on here? Ink drawing of a horse, like the gas station. One-legged man, the spare limb, artificial limb factory, antiques that I'm delivering, whiskey bottles like the one that I dipped the $1 bill in. What does it mean? What does it mean? I'm gonna go to the hallway. Conway walks down the hallway to the left. Conway's steps echo against the hallway's marble floor and arched ceilings. Plexiglass boxes line the walls. The hallway dead ends on a darkened display case. I gotta look at the darkened display case. Conway examines the darkened display case. The display case is several yards wide. Oh, it's big. That's like, uh, that's like several meters, for, sorry. For those of you who, aren't familiar with the Imperial system. But just a few feet off the ground. It's unlit, and back in this corner of the darkened museum, very little moonlight creeps in. A gold-plated plaque on the surface of the case is a bit easier to read. It recounts a short history of the fowl hunting in the region, and then speculates abruptly about the nature of addiction. What? They're talking about hunting birds and then addiction? Someone's addicted to hunting. I didn't know that was possible. Let's look at the boxes on the walls. Hunting smells rank. Ranked hunting? There's something about the imagery of neglected and rotting Eucharist that is scratching my brain. They have some really wonderful descriptions in this game. Also, is the chat okay? I think I should scoot it over a little bit. I'm gonna hide the squawks. We'll go like this for today, because I'm noticing it's clipping a little bit. The first box, just a few feet into the hall, contains an assortment of bird wings. Some are missing feathers. One large, brightly colored wing almost glows in the moonlight. Its feathers are intact, but a piece of bone pokes awkwardly out from the tip. They hunted birds! They got birds in boxes! Let's go to the glass doors. Book lies open... Oh, on an open table. We already looked at that. The hallway with glass doors. Let's go through the glass doors. The glass doors won't budge. To apply any more force would likely break them. Who's gonna know? This place doesn't seem to be in business. Okay. Hear me out. I'm getting into, like, Elden Ring territory where there's some weird stuff going on. There's ghosts. I think this should be a lawless land. Everyone has it coming. I'm forcing my way through the doors. The glass shatters. Somewhere ahead, a light switches on. After a moment, it switches off. The room is dark again, and the floor is covered in broken glass. Someone saw. Walk through the glass doors. Conway walks through the broken glass doors. Broken glass grinds under Conway's boots as he walks down the hall. He has the feeling of being in a larger space. Very little light reaches the far end of the hallway. I want to feel the walls. Conway runs his hands along the walls. The walls are completely smooth and strangely warm. Conway can feel his breath and sweat condensing on the surface. I'll feel the floor. You cut your hands up on all of the broken glass that you forgot you left there after breaking open the glass doors. Your hands are now wounded. The floor is completely smooth and strangely warm. Conway can feel his breath and sweat condensing on the surface. It's the same as the walls! Conway returns to the entrance. A book lies open on a table in the center of the room. Okay, this stuff is the same. Oh, the path... I take it back. The path ahead is strewn with broken glass. That is new. Because we broke the glass doors. I'm out of here. Huh. A lot of these places are, like, I'll finish up with them and I'll just be confused about them. I'll feel like I've done something wrong. Like, morally. Not gameplay-wise, but morally. And then I'll just leave. I bet gameplay-wise I was supposed to do that. I just don't know why. What are you? Buffalo Creek Rec? The office of the Buffalo Creek Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation is almost invisible from the road. Its parking lot overgrown with weeds, and its facade sheltered by ivy. I'm gonna enter the front door. Conway enters the front door. The floor is loosely covered in dirt. Parts of the carpet have rotted with exposure to rain. Wild mushrooms grow in some corners of the room. The wall behind the front desk has mostly rotted away. It looks fragile. I'm just breaking everything today, I guess. We're gonna push through the back wall. Conway pushes through the moldy back wall. I'm gonna get myself ill. I'm I'm gonna be sick after this. Conway finds himself in what may once have been a conference room. The floor has fallen away in places and filled with a dark green mire. The walls of the conference room are decayed and damaged. I hope none of these are load-bearing. If they were load-bearing, the place probably would have collapsed already if they're as, weak. If they're weak enough for me to push through them. Conway pushes through the wall. The drywall dissolves as Conway pushes through it, falling in damp clumps in the marsh. He breaks through into a long hallway. Also, are there not just doors? Are there not just pathways I can take between rooms? Oh, Fenfo, sorry, I missed the message. Things that have happened. We went to the Marquez farm, and we met someone named Weaver. Weaver was not actually there, and they were telling us about how I need to wake up and realize what's going on. And we tried to give them the TV that Joseph was saying we should bring over, and they were saying it was broken and that we need to go repair it, and that there's a repair shop at the bait shop. So we went to the bait shop, and the cashier was pointing at a sign on the door of the guy that repairs the TVs at the bait shop, and the sign said that the message was received and that the repair guy is at the mines, and to just contact him there. It's like, it's so... bleh. Bleh. I thought this was familiar, and sure enough, Jacob Geller has covered it. Oh, the game? But since then, I've just been exploring. I'm trying to find the mine that was referenced on that sign, but we're just running into a lot of other random locations. Like, we just went to a church. The church had a tape recorder playing singing. The front door was locked, but the back door was open. There was some, food garbage left out in the kitchen, and there was a trash can full of unmarked videotapes, which we could not pick up. They were just there. So we've just been, going to different places and finding very confusing things, and a lot of vacant spaces. And when we do find people, they end up not being real. I guess, in a way, we're kind of touring different locations for, the poet guy to... It needs to be outdoor. He needs an outdoor venue for his event at dawn. The glow of a bioluminescent fungus casts a faint blush on the walls. Oh my god, blush? Conway has the feeling he has interrupted something. I've interrupted the fungus. My bad. After a moment of silence, the frog chorus resumes. Yes! Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Anything over here? Louisville Road. Huh. Interstate 65. Porter Pike. Let's go this way. There's a diner. The diner doesn't appear to have a name. A vinyl banner slung above the door simply reads, 24 hours. It only has one window, behind which the blinds are tightly closed. It's not open, but I'm gonna try the door anyway. Conway tries the door. The door swings open easily. A bell rings nearby. The interior of the diner is pitch black. I am going to wait a moment to adjust to the darkness before I get attacked by, I don't know, a monster. Conway stands in the doorway, waiting for his eyes to adjust. A bit of errant light from the nearby highway creeps through the open door, and gradually Conway is able to make out a few figures inside. Two old men in trucker hats sit in a corner booth with a checkers board set on the table between them. These guys have to be ghosts. It's more people sitting in a dark room. A young woman standing behind the counter in an apron must be a waitress. The cook stares blankly from the kitchen. Suddenly, this feels like Twin Peaks. The door slams shut, and the room is dark again. I will sit at the counter. I like that there's an option to try to open the door and leave. I bet the door is now locked and I cannot leave, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit down at the counter. I'll play the ghosts game. Conway walks in the direction of the counter. He hits his knee on something hard and metallic, winces quietly, and then carefully finds his way to a stool. He places his hand on the counter. Another hand, a young woman's, rests itself on his. She guides his fingers to a laminated menu. So sensual. Just hand it to me and show it. Show me, tell me what the specials are. I don't know. Conway closes his eyes, opens them, maybe closes them again. Impossible to differentiate. We're going in complete pitch black darkness, and we're gonna read the menu somehow. I have to guess what's on the menu. The menu's not gonna do me any good. I don't know why this ghost is guiding my hand to a menu that I can't read. I'm feeling waffles. Waffles are a safe bet, even at some darkened hole in the wall. Conway squints hopelessly at the menu, searching in the dark for some legible text. He feels a warm hand against his cheek, and freezes. Her fingers run across the stubble of his chin. He feels like apologizing. She leans forward, and so does he. Am I gonna make out with a ghost? What? It just ends there? You wake up from the dream. Your pants are soiled. Let's see if there's a mine somewhere over here. Those are crazy waffles? Yeah, what the hell? Barren River, RECC. The exterior of the Barren River Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation is a dingy beige, sprinkled with fading graffiti. So, Trono, you know how you said confetti singular is confetto? Do you think graffiti singular is graffito? The front door hangs open from a broken hinge. The windows are dark. I will enter the front door. Conway steps through the front door. The room feels empty with no furniture other than the built-in front desk, host to a disconnected telephone, and a few empty beer cans. Meandering lines of color have been spray-painted along the walls. Who's drinking at work? Alright, fess up. Behind the desk, a hallway leads into darkness. I am going to be a freak and pick up the telephone for some reason. Conway lifts the telephone receiver to his ear. There's no dial tone. The phone is disconnected. I'm gonna listen closer. There's gotta be something. Conway closes his eyes. With the phone pressed close to his ear, Conway can hear a thin, quiet roar. Like the ocean, or the highway. Alright, so that's completely normal. The root is, in fact, Italian. Graffiti is Italian! I'm gonna have to tell Clover about this. Graffio is a scratch. Oh, so it's like a scratch on a wall. That's actually so sick. That's so cool. I'm gonna enter the hallway. The hallway passes several smaller office doors. It quickly disappears into darkness. Something is glowing in the distance. Barely. Let's walk to the dark end of the hall, against my better judgment. Conway walks to the dark end of the hall. The door at the far end of the hallway is tightly closed, but a warm glow bleeds in from its edges. I'm gonna open the door. Conway opens the door at the end of the hallway. The handle is loose, and the door swings open easily. People gotta lock their doors. The only place that had their doors locked was the church. They're gonna get intruders, like me. The hallway fills with warmth, light, and the smells of smoke and coffee. About a dozen men and women sit around a campfire in the middle of a large room. Cubicle walls have been cut into pieces, some leaning up against the walls, and some arranged into stacks of firewood. Sounds like an office space mutiny. Much to think about that, actually. Yeah. One of the women waves to Conway and offers him an empty chair. It's missing wheels, but it's comfortable and easily adjustable to his height. Someone takes a pot hung above the fire and pours coffee into a styrofoam cup. Conway accepts it, and they all return to watching the fire. And it ends there. What do they mean? I'm just hanging out with ghosts. Cumberland Parkway? Where does this go? Are you a mine? No. There aren't many dead-end roads that go out that far that I can just go to. Because a lot of them will be blocked off by corners like this, right? Veterans Outer Loop. L. Rogers Wells Boulevard. Main Street. This feels like a little town over here. Happy Valley Road. Feels like a little town, but there's no buildings for me to go into. Strange. Dragonflies. Were you always there? The truck jerks toward the shoulder, nearly run off the road by a swarm of dragonflies. Their wings beat briefly in the headlights and disappear into the night. Weird stuff is happening here! The dragonflies vary their pace. As the truck approaches, they scatter. After a minute or two, Conway can hear a swelling whine to the southeast. Southeast? There's a house? The truck pulls up to a house with an intensely bright porch light. A cloud of dragonflies swells around the light, darting, hovering, and turning at right angles. There are no lights on in the house. A stencil on the mailbox reads, 2880 Beaker Boulevard. And below, written in marker, no solicitors. I work for long hours and retire early. What? I'm gonna maybe stop by the gas station one more time, and then probably go to the on-ramp to the 0. Joseph is a real person that I can talk to. Okay, Act 1, Scene 4. Excellent. We're back at the gas station. Joseph, I have seen so many strange happenings. How are you okay and feeling safe with living here? Well, here you are. I have so many things to talk about. You know where an old mine is around here? Around here? I guess not. Oh, unless you're thinking of the old Elkhorn mine? That's over northeast of here, on Hardyville. But you can't get in there anymore. It's all fenced up. And an accident. I bet I can break through. I push over moldy walls. I could go through all of these. Met your friend Weaver. Huh. Now, you say you met her? She was there? Joseph knows that Weaver was dead. She's no longer alive. Again, do I reveal that I'm a crazy person? Yeah, she was there. You're surprised? Huh. No, I guess I'm not surprised. It's good that you met her. What? I knew the Marquez family years ago, when Weaver was a young girl, and her parents were studying local folk songs. Smart family. Well, some of them are smart, and the rest are wise, if you know what I mean. They hit some treble a while back, and kind of tore them all up. But, you know, everyone hits treble at some point or another. Well, not everyone, but most of us do. Guy's freaking me out! Hey, if you see Weaver Marquez again, tell her I'm sorry about her aunt and uncle. I hope I'll be seeing her soon. Many thanks. I'm like grimacing a little bit. Ooh. He feels some guilt about something. Ran across a strange museum up north a bit. Oh, that old place. I heard they keep a huge archive. Hey, next time you're up there, take a look in the archive room and see if you can find any of my old work on file. It'll be under Wheattree. That's my last name. Wheattree. Joseph Wheattree. The archive is just through the Hall of Glass. It's these big plastic doors. Kinda hard to spot, but the texture is a bit different than the rest of the walls. So now we know what to feel for. All I could see before, without that knowledge, was that the floors and walls were warm and smooth. Where did Mr. Carrington go? That was the poet that was here earlier. Oh yeah, his tow truck came, so he gassed up and left. He's awfully proud of that car. And I missed it. I bet it was really cool. Yeah, I guess he's back out looking for a venue. He said he hoped to run into you again, though. Or maybe we'll hear about it on the radio. I'll keep an ear on it for you. Alright, we have more info. Excellent. Excellent. I'm gonna be sneaky. And I'm gonna check his email for him again, because I know he's not doing it. Messages. What do you got? Still the same 2 messages. Nothing new. I know there's gonna be a new one eventually. He's gonna get something important. And he's not gonna know until I look at it. So... Journal. I do not have it. There is a mine. I have places to go. There is a mine that I want to visit. I want to visit it because I want to fix the TV. If we fix the TV, then we can probably talk to... we can probably talk to Weaver Marquez again. It's up north a ways by the lake, right where Peonia and Wax Road meet. Okay, yeah, that's that. I need notes. Oh, that's cool, you can flip the pages. Look at this. I like that. The mine. I remember some road names. And by remember, I mean I only get the vibes of them. And if I see them, I'll probably know what they were. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not Dixie Highway. Hammondsville? That's closer to the vibe. Frenchman Knob? No. Frenchman Knob sounds kind of dirty. Bacon Creek? No. Priceville. If we can't find the mine, we can always go back to the museum, because we know what to look for there now. Not on Peonia. Rocky Hill Estates? No. Nolan Dam. Oh, because you crossed the river. Cool. I'm noticing something. Okay, this is a big lake in the middle here, right? What is this path? This, like, marching ant dotted line that goes through here. If it goes through the lake, I wonder what that means. Maybe it's like a region border? Maybe they're like county lines? But why would it be so squiggly? That wouldn't make sense. I need to find the museum again. Is the museum here? Yeah, okay. I'm going in. We gotta find the plastic doors. A few feet inside the museum doors, the ambient sound of the highway drops sharply away. The room is cold, dark, and still. Book lies open on a table in the center of the room. An open hallway extends to the left. The path ahead is strewn with broken glass. So we want to go into the archive. And I believe that's through the glass doors, then we have to feel for plastic doors. Broken glass grinds under Conway's boots as he walks down the hall. He has the feeling of being in a larger space. Very little light reaches the far end of the hallway. I'm feeling the walls. Conway runs his hands along the walls. The walls are completely smooth and strangely warm. Conway can feel his breath and sweat condensing on the surface. No, they're not completely smooth. One wall is a bit more tacky, like it's bleeding a bit in the heat. Conway presses gently, and the door swings open. We found it! Glass. Rows of filing cabinets line the walls. The room is lit intermittently by a quivering fluorescent bulb. I'm opening the first cabinet. The label on the cabinet reads, Artifice, Failure. It contains several articles, CD-ROMs, prints, and punched cards. Each is stuffed in a large yellow envelope and labeled, for example. Q, Lavelle, 2010. Portal, Frager, 1986. Mondo Medicals, Soderstrom, 2007. The Postman's Choice, Vaudier, 1967. Next cabinet. The label on the cabinet reads, Generosity, Loneliness. We're not at his stuff yet. We'll recognize it when we see it. We saw Joseph's last name recently. It contains several articles, CD-ROMs, prints, and punched cards. Yep. Calamity Annie. Cart Life. Mainichi. Every day. In the sea, we'll claim everything. Okay, nothing yet. Next cabinet. Memory. Regret. Ah. Memory through regret? More entries? Everything I do is art, but nothing I do makes any difference. Part 2. Or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Gallery. Digital. A Love Story. Radiator 1-1 Polaris. Brace. Copas. The Cat and the Coop. Alright, next cabinet. The label on the cabinet reads, Sorrow to Zero Sum. It's the zero again! They made it squiggly and shadowy. It contains several articles, CD-ROMs, prints, and punch cards. Yep. Siberia. Prisoner's Dilemma. The Walking Dead. Telltale 2012. Hey, wait a second. If I had my way, I'd tear the building down. Wheat Tree, 1985. 1 year after 1984. Examine if I had my way, I'd tear the building down. There we go. Alright, get ready for it. Conway examines the manuscript. A few hundred sheets of paper are roughly stitched together in this manuscript. It seems to be a video game written in a sort of awkwardly English-like code. Flipping through the pages, Conway is able to gather that it's a story about 3 characters. Joseph, Donald, and Lula. So we know Joseph, and we know Donald from the email, and we know about Lula because it's someone that Joseph and Donald kind of reminisce about. It's something like a tragic love triangle, but much more complex. Some kind of tangled, painfully concave love polygon. Concave love polygon? That's a new one. Polly Joseph, my goat? Yeah. The label on the cabinet reads, Sorrow Zero Sum. That's it. That's all there is. I wanted to hear more. And it's a video game? Well, now I gotta go back and talk to Joseph. Joseph, tell me about your polygon. I'm out of here. Maybe... No, I've already read the book. I'm gonna get out of here. Maybe there's games on his computer now? Yeah! Good idea. Let's try it. I can't collect anything from the archives, but I can tell him that it's possible to collect CD-ROMs and things that I could put on his computer. I have a feeling that this whole area is Act 1, and by taking the on-ramp to the 0, I'm going to end the act. So I want to... That's my prediction. I don't know that that's actually the case, but I want to try to do as much as I can in this area before I take the on-ramp. Because the on-ramp kind of feels like an exit, right? The radio while driving is... Yeah, it's kind of ominous. Well, here you are. Found your game in that museum's archives. Yeah? If I had my way, I'd tear the building down? They still have that? Well, damn. You know, I think that's about the best thing I ever did. Nobody's played it. Someday I'll have to tell you about my friend Donald. We worked together on that one. Halfway through, we kind of fell out. So that's why the game ends so weird. You know, one day I'll have to tell you about that. Tell me about it now! Come on! I'm going back in. Computer. Games. Games is not real. Frick you. Messages. Same 2 messages. The heck? Does that mean we have to find the mine? I talk to Homer? Homer doesn't feel like talking. Alright, fair enough. Where to? I wish I wrote down a note about where the mine was. Joseph didn't know exactly where the mine was. But he had an idea. He had like a road for it. It's a Dogwood Drive. I needed more info from the addresses in the computer, and now they're gone. School Road. Boiling Spring. Mount Olive Gherkin. Plum Springs. Louisville Interstate. Glasgow. Oh, there's a wreck here. Someone crashed their car? Oh. You can't see it because it's behind the chat box, but it looks like there's a casket over here. Or, to me, that's what it looks like. Kind of casket vibes. Oh, okay, I can show you better. Maybe that's not what it is. What if this was the dude's poetry thing? Homer, what's going on? What a mess, huh? You think anyone was hurt? Looks like a tough one to walk away from. Ooh, yeah, these tires are blown. I don't even see where the car went. So it swerved off course. And then I can't see farther that way. It kind of looks like it maybe would have rolled over if it was drifting in such a way. It's the antique bottle truck? Antique bottle truck. Wait, I thought I have the antique truck. Is there another truck? The only other car I know about is the one that the poetry guy was driving. It seems important though. I mean, I'm gonna go talk to Joseph about it. I have to. There was a car crash. I like that every time we go to the gas station, it's a new scene. Was the accident Joseph brought up the first time you talked to him? Oh. My memory fails me. Nothing new. Nothing new to talk about at the very least. What happens if I go all the way over here? Am I gonna see anything? Nah, okay. Maybe I'll go in the basement. Maybe I'll look at the computer. Same too. Games. Games is not real. Going to the basement, I guess. The names of the people in the basement. Ebb. It was like Emily, Bob, and Barry. I don't know. I don't know what the other name was. Brian, Barry, Ball. Those names are not names that have come up anywhere else. Sign is probably still the same, right? With the rules. Yep. These are the rules. Yep. Probably nothing else for me to do down here. I figured I'd check, though, just in case. Get me out of here. Gotta be daytime soon, right? Do I ever sleep? We've gone through 5 acts, and they've, 4 of them have been at night. Conway takes a minute to think. Now I go. Tell me the wreck is gone. I only get to look at that once. It seems like a game where you just do a lot of exploration until you run into something new. We get, like, tips on where to go, but a lot of this is just kind of exploring until we find stuff. Like the dragonflies? That was so random. Sunfish Road. Sunfish Beach Spring Road. Hub Run. Cherry Spring. Gap Hill. Looking for anything that rings a bell in terms of potential mining roads. Oh, you know what? I should go back to the estate. The Marquez farm. Stuff is going on here. If I can't find anything, I may as well take the on-ramp. Let's see. This is just the artificial limb factory. Okay. Nothing feels like the mines yet. Alright, I'm gonna go here. And then if there's nothing new here, I am going to take the on-ramp. Or maybe we'll look at the burning tree too. Still burning. There's another scene! Scene 7! There's more to do. I gotta go up the hill again. I hear frogs. I hear an owl. Just like she was saying. Oh, the door opens for me? Freaky. There's a sink. I didn't see that before. An abandoned spider web stretches across the bottom of a saucepan. A skillet is seasoned with dust. Mmm, nice. For that gritty flavor. Also, the rocking chair is rocking behind me. I had to move so you could see that. It's moving on its own. Why is it doing that? I can't go downstairs. There's a stove. A disused wood-burning stove is set up in one ash-dusted corner of the room. It's cold to the touch. Alright. Why did the lights in this place turn on when obviously no one's living here or paying the bills? And the gas station gets the power cut. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I want to inspect the chair. I think the graveyard is probably the same. Yeah. Can I go over here? Nah. Can I go to the water? No. There's a truck back there. Also my own truck. I don't see anything new to do here. I mean, we've looked at two new items. The sink and the stove. I just don't like how the door opens for me. It's freaking me out. Can't use the TV because the TV's broken. I can't go downstairs. Gotta leave that. Huh. Huh. And the door closes on its own again. Alright, I'm out of here. What have I learned? Not much. Homer, what do you think of this? I can't talk to Homer. I should probably deliver my antiques, shouldn't I? Alright, we're going to the on-ramp. Couldn't find the mine. Act 1, Scene 8? Elkhorn Valley. What if this is where the poet went? Going to the zero. How's it going, Homer? Not sure that lady was right about the on-ramp to the zero being here. Better look around, though. Must be down here somewhere. Let's take our time and check this out thorough, okay? It looks so... This thing looks like it's gonna fall over. Homer, I don't feel so good. I don't know about this one. Act 1, Scene 9. Wait, that's a person! That's Shannon! We found the mine! I should have known. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. I'm playing as Shannon now, I'm realizing. Yeah, it kind of is an emergency. Inaudible. That's true. Okay, you're right. Oh, pivotal choice! The difference between, okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow, love you, and the forget it, bye. Holy, I could end a relationship right here. I'll maintain it. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Shannon hangs up the phone and puts it away. Stranger. Whoa. That's Conway. Excuse me, ma'am. I saw the light was on, and I'm looking for the on-ramp to... Do you believe in ghosts? Well, let's see. I do believe a place can be haunted, if that's what you mean. What about a person? Can a person be haunted? Sure, I guess a person could. Sometimes I feel haunted myself. Me too. Oh yeah? Is that what led you down here? Yeah. So I guess this place must be pretty important. Maybe I'm in the right place after all. Here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lizette's Antiques, and I'm out trying to finish this job. You're making a delivery to the mine? Oh, no. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, and I can't remember ever seeing that address before. I heard I need to take a highway called the Zero. So I met this young lady, name of Weaver Marquez, and she sent me this way. So here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp, but that's what it's been like so far anyway with... What? Weaver Marquez? Do you know her? Wait, I'm playing as Conway again. What's happening? So you saw her, tonight. I know Weaver. She was... Was? Past tense? She's dead. She's my cousin. I'm Shannon Marquez. Oh, you're the one who fixes televisions. That's right. Did she tell you that too? Of course she did. Weaver doesn't lie. One time, when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere, and we'd be hearing it echoed through the house for years, she said. I was very upset, crying. And then my dad walked in the door, just come back from a trip to the junkyard collecting scrap metal to fashion into wind chimes. I was angry, but she said it wasn't a joke, and it wasn't a lie. At the time, I thought she meant it was a riddle or a puzzle. But Weaver's not a puzzle, she's a mystery. Maybe the zero is down here somewhere. I'm gonna just start picking whatever option that sounds like I'm speaking in code. Maybe it is. Well, I won't mind the company. I've got business down here myself. I talked to Weaver earlier this evening, too. Or, anyway, she talked to me. It's hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Weaver told me I had to come down here to the old Elkhorn mine. She said I'd find something I've been looking for. A lover! Conway! I should have broken up with the person over the phone. Where did you see Weaver? At my workshop. She just appeared. I hadn't seen her since a long time. Not such a bad thing, you showing up now. All told, I'd rather not go down there alone. Your dog should stay up here, though. It's no place for a dog. Ah, but Homer's chill. He's got a hat, you see. This is an old mine. It runs pretty deep and tangled. If we're going to go down into it, find your on-ramp and whatever else. We've got to keep our bearings. I don't want to get turned around. I've got some gear here to measure, conductivity, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we can find a way to put a signal out ahead, do some analysis, and figure out what kind of topology we're up against. Yeah, topology, okay, yeah. Topology. That's the science of continuous space, my friends. The way this twisty maze of passages fits together. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. We're gonna get stuck in a mine. Homer, stay. Homer, stay. No, this is no place for dogs, allegedly. Also, can I read this? No. It says no work tomorrow. PA. Wah, 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 wah. Something's supposed to be happening? Oh, there we go. It runs into the mine's PA system. Do you think it still works? Only one way to find out. Alright, give it a whirl. Is anybody down there? Nothing. Oh, there's no power. Yeah, okay. Even when this old mine was up and running, it was tricky to keep stuff powered. You know, the miners used to have to pay just to run the fans and lights. Yeah, they got paid in these shitty plastic tokens. Coal script, you know? And when you want to run the fans for a bit to clear the area, well, you have to put a token in. My parents used to work here. So did Weaver's parents. I guess a lot of folks' parents worked here. Everyone worked in the mines. Something happened in the mines. There's a conspiracy. It has to be. Can we power it up? I bet we just have to free up some power for the PA system. Everything is rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours, and I'll go unplug these ceiling lights. Conway tries to think of something clever to say. They're in love. I heard the speakers back here crackle a bit. It's on now, right? Try saying something into the mouthpiece. Well... Okay, I hear you. Scripts is a real thing, or at least the thing of being paid in a trade in currency. People used to do that on the mines of my country. Huh. This is something I need to look into. It's interesting. We need to measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. Just make some noises into the mouthpiece. Conway making ASMR content on the PA system. Conway rubs a finger along the surface of the mouthpiece. Conway scrapes a coin across the mouthpiece. Conway taps the mouthpiece. Conway makes clicking sounds into the mouthpiece. Conway spits. Damn, that's a long delay. These tunnels run deep. I bet some of them have ruptured or joined up with the cave system. Alright, I set my spectrum analyzer. So just say something into the mouthpiece and we can get a sense of how narrow the mine tunnels are. They're paid in a currency that they would exchange for stuff the company would sell them. A way to keep them there, I think. I don't remember my history classes that well. Wow. That really keeps someone, like, locked in to a business. Like, in a kind of scary, predatory way. They get paid in a way where they can only spend their money at the business. Ugh. Ew, yucky. Don't be shy. Just say something that comes into your head. Tell me a story about something, or what did you have for breakfast today? I don't remember eating. Let's talk about roof repair. Here's a story. I used to work doing roof repair. Oh, should I get to choose? Okay. This game is really interesting because there's storytelling along the way. Things that in other games you would expect to be, like, historical facts. If it happened in the past, you wouldn't change it through dialogue choices. You would just learn about it by talking to someone else. In this game, when you're recounting a story, you have options on how you want to say it. And I'm wondering if by talking about a specific thing, like say the church roof, we could go back to the church and something will have been different there. I'm gonna choose the church roof because I remember where that is. We even fixed up a church roof once. Seemed like a big project, but doable. But then a thunderstorm hit, and it was too late anyhow. Got it. Looks like the tunnels are pretty cramped. Yeah, low ceilings. Hope you're ready to stoop a bit. You're probably used to it. Basically, you only get money in company currency, so you can't buy from anywhere else. The company store hikes up prices to keep you in debt. It's really bad in East Coast US mining towns. Unions broke up that stuff, so we have laws against it, though companies still try to... Oh, still try stuff? You can and absolutely should report that stuff to the FTC, I think, if you see it. Whatever government department, because it's very against the law. Yeah. Well, I think at least in the U.S., you know, there's minimum wage, and, you know, you gotta be paid in U.S. dollars. If you're not being paid in U.S. dollars, if someone's paying you in Trident gum, then maybe be worried about it. I'm gonna let Twix in. You don't want to let the place that employs you control the prices of the goods that you rely on. One more test. We need to know if the air is breathable, or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece and breathe. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax. Try to breathe naturally. Hi, Moth King! Conway breathes and thinks about the road. Don't worry, Moth King, I'll catch you up in a second. Conway breathes and remembers a moment earlier in the day. Getting some pretty strong readings here. I think we're in good shape, but keep at it for a minute. Conway's visualizing a hot meal. Conway breathes and relaxes as a peal of feedback and loose rock engulfs him. Ah, I'm stuck in the mine! Yo, Twix, Fuquamity says hi. I don't even know where he went. Ah! Scene 10. Okay, Moth King, here's what's happened so far. I am an antique delivery driver. I first show up at a gas station and meet a guy named Joseph. Joseph needed me to help him get the power back on in his basement. So I went into his basement of his gas station and ran into some ghosts of people playing games. And when I found the D20 that they were playing with, they disappeared. So that was like step one. Ghosts. Ghosts are real. After that, we went to return a TV that Joseph had to someone named Weaver Marquez. So we went to the Marquez farmhouse, and Weaver Marquez was there, but also a ghost, and wanted the TV repaired. And as soon as we finished that conversation, Weaver Marquez disappeared. So then we went to the place where, you know, the TV could be repaired, which was a bait shop, which had Shannon, who repairs TVs. Shannon is actually Weaver Marquez's cousin. And Shannon was, left a note saying that the message has been received because Shannon also saw the ghost of Weaver Marquez. At least we think. Well, I'm saying ghost. I don't know for sure that it's a ghost, but there's reason to believe that there's some like strange haunting stuff going on right now because Shannon is experiencing something similar as I am, seeing people that aren't really there. And what else? There's some other stuff happening with Joseph. We'll probably come across it later, and I can explain it then. But currently we are following Route 0 to deliver our antiques, and Route 0 led us to the mine that Shannon was in, and Weaver Marquez has kind of led both of us to be in the same spot. So there's a bit of a like fate/destiny kind of thing happening here. Whether it's destiny or the hauntings of a ghost, I guess we'll find out. We don't know why things are happening yet, but things are happening. And that's the cool part. Things are unfolding. Okay, so the mine just collapsed. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? I can choose to be okay or be stuck. I'm okay. I've got you. You're alright. Shit, your leg is pinned. Okay, it is stuck. That wasn't a choice. I'm going to pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay. Are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's all messed up. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Antique delivery, everyone is ghosts. Ghosts are still valid customers. Ghosts are manipulative. Kinda, yeah. Just realized you were talking about Zero all that time, and oh yeah, the name of the game? I see why it was fancy text. Yeah! Kentucky Route 0. Alright, we're gonna see if it still has power. Well, okay. There's some luck, right? We should be able to ride this tram right out one of the auxiliary exits, if there are any. I think there are. What about Weaver? Why am I asking about Weaver? Canuck Zero, like Coke Zero. Yeah. I don't trust riding this thing. We don't know if the path is clear. If the mine just collapsed, we don't know what condition the other parts are in. But obviously I can't walk. I'll just ask about Weaver. We'll just find the exit and then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. So, the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. We're gonna die. We're toast. Turn the light off for no reason. Did I just click it? Click, 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 click. I just pick a side and it goes? Can I hold it? I can hold it. Okay. I was spam clicking the wheel to make it go. Thank goodness this doesn't go very fast. Well, this is handy. My leg is broken and we have a little tram system to ride. And it's powered. There's trees down here and a boat and what? This is not normal. Oh, here we are. This may be hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe myself, but this whole branch was underwater last I heard. How did that happen? Some careless miner or some unattended machine bored through into an underground lake. The water came in pretty fast, and a lot of folks got trapped in the tunnels. I only heard parts of how it went from there. Sanitized for the bereaved. You know how these big companies are. But there was gossip, too. The trapped miners couldn't get the pumps going because the power was rationed, so they shut all the lights off. But even then, it wasn't enough. So I guess it was dark when they... Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Some people died in the mines! Is this Metro 2033? I've heard of that game. I have no clue what it's about, though. Other than maybe some, like, war stuff. It doesn't matter now. Look, this old turntable is still wired up. The controls are dead, but I can use my signal generator to switch tracks, if the water hasn't damaged it too much. Or we can just keep heading down this tunnel. All this junk hanging up around the turntable is from the company store. Just junk, you know? The miners would buy it and use it to decorate the place, or as landmarks, I guess. Hard to know which way is which down here. It's also dim and gray. Shannon connects 2 clip leads from her signal generator to the turntable's electrical panel. We're on the track between the animal bones and the rowboat, so... Pendulum in the casket, or bat feeder in the scarecrow? I'm feeling bat feeder in the scarecrow. Ah, but the casket! The casket is a symbol of death! Maybe we can uncover some history with this one. I'm gonna try this one. Also, a pendulum, representative of maybe time. If we're talking about grandfather clocks. This one is alluring to me. Whoa. It's fun having a reminder every once in a while that the game is 3D. That was cool. Alright. Well, let's go. It's about tunnels mostly? Okay, okay. Hence the name Metro. I can't help but think we're just going deeper and deeper into the mine. I don't think we're making it out this way. There's a tape player? I need to get the tapes from the frickin' church, but it wouldn't let me collect them. A dusty reel-to-reel tape player is stashed beneath the track, loaded with tape, but starved for power. So it needs power? It has tape, but no power. Can I take it with me? Can I drive off the edge? Probably not. Can I... Wait. What happens if I turn off my light? It starts playing in the dark? You're kidding. Well, I didn't know those were still down here. What was that? Look, there's a tape player down there. One of those old reel-to-reel setups. When this mine was active, a couple of folk music archivists spent time here recording miners' songs. Really academic, ivory tower types. None of the miners really talked to them much. So they stayed at the margins, observed, took notes, and then sometimes they'd get someone on a lunch break to sing into their microphone. And I guess the power company got some kind of interest in the project and gave the archivists some coal script tokens to pay the miners with for their songs. The archivists were probably from the museum, and that might include Joseph. Interesting. What happened to the archivists? They got out. When the flood came, they left. I don't like how that sounds. It's a little scary. That's it. We're going back to the turntable. I'm gonna have to ask Joseph about that one. So I guess a little bit about Joseph since we're taking a long ride over here. Joseph was an archivist before he was the gas station owner. And he was working with someone named Donald and someone named Luna. He was making a game, though. A game that ended up on a CD-ROM in the museum. And it sounds like some sort of love triangle, or it was described as a concave love polygon between Donald, Joseph, and Luna. We have an email that we've read from Donald about their falling out, but we have nothing about Luna yet. Or we have not read anything that Luna has written. We're on the track between the pendulum and the casket. Alright, so we can rotate. Let's go Bat Feeder and Scarecrow. That's so cool. Alright, here we go. Got a heck of a lot of speakers in one spot. Broken track. We're gonna have to go by foot. The tracks are all messed up here. The tram isn't going any further. I wonder what's down that tunnel. What happens if I turn off the lights? Nothing. So we can't go that way. I wonder if there's any way to travel it by foot. Probably not. Oh, Canuck the Crow. I was wondering what you were talking about with the Canuck emote. Canuck the Crow with the knife. I guess we want to go back to the animal bones and the rowboat so we can get going again. Oh, we can go a lot faster if I hold my mouse farther out. Just uploaded this right now. Amika Original! Hell yeah. Exit. We're free! Let's go. I think we've seen everything we need to see. Yeah, okay. That tunnel, where the tracks are broken. I'd like to take a look down there. Oh, I can choose, Wait, it's always gonna be Shannon. No matter what. I'll just say do whatever you need, I'll just wait for you here. Conway's gonna wait, Shannon's gonna go. So we get to explore it as Shannon. Since Shannon's legs are intact. Doesn't Shannon need a light or something? Oh, wait. I stay as Conway? Oh, no. Paper tag hangs from the birdcage by a string. Canary, 25 tokens. Canary sold at the company store? Do they also sell respirators? No bones in the cage. The bird must have been set free. Or maybe the cage was cleaned. There are cardinals at the Louisville Zoo, and other birds. Ostriches, eagles, emus. No canaries. Too common? Too small, maybe. But they have starlings. Starlings aren't much bigger than canaries. Canary in the coal mine. I have to keep myself busy. I'm just gonna keep looking at stuff. A pile of tape reels is jammed into the top of the tram. It must have been thrown on in a rush. The reels are unlabeled. The tape is decayed. Lisette and Ira's son, Charlie, talked about a piece of music he liked, made with old decaying tapes. What was it called? Something about... Probably had the most bizarre taste in music. Weird, noisy computer music. Where did he even hear that stuff? Louisville, probably. Or college. Oh, those college kids listening to their weird computer music. He was a smart kid. Damned pity. Pity he'd pick up such awful tunes in college. Notebooks. The notebook at the top of this dusty stack is labeled in black marker. The label is dusty and smudged, but it looks like it might say horses. Horses notebook. Houses, maybe? Or verses, even? Crude and hurried handwriting, too. Lisette has immaculate handwriting. Pristine and measured cursive. Never a stray mark. For the last several months, she filled out the receipts for each order. Since that young couple complained about the handwriting on the order slip. It's carbon paper anyway. It's bound to wear away over time. So if they're so precise about the records, they should put it on the computer anyway. I hate that we have to just sit here while Shannon goes into the mine alone. Like, I can't move. I mean, I could exit if I wanted to, but I don't know what's gonna happen to Shannon. I can't get up to save her if she gets stuck, and I don't think she has a way of contacting me. I hate stuff like this. Me waiting in line at the grocery store when Mother Nature has to go grab something else, and I'm teleported back to when I'm like 5 years old. Ah! 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 The line is getting shorter! Ah! I do not know how to pay. Ah! So, like, thank you for the math water. So, like, Shannon's probably dead, right? No. Shannon was probably a ghost. Don't forget to stretch the hands as well, Mr. Leshin. Alright. Don't want gamer hands. I was hoping I could crack something in front of the microphone, but I can't. I could do this. That was my nail. Whoa. Alright, that's it. Shannon's good as dead. I'm out of here. What do you mean? It's a special technique. Special technique I'll show you at Offkai. Long story short, in first grade I wanted to see if I could get my hand in a knot, and then I got a funny arrangement of fingers that let me click my nail in a way where it echoes inside my hand. And it makes a cool sound. I'm gonna go in the shack. Hold me to it, genuinely, I will show you. The cramped shack is lined with wooden shelves. Dusty stacks of tape reels and notebooks crowd the room, but a bit of moonlight filters through a window near the ceiling. On a small desk in the middle of the room lay 3 notebooks. The red one is labeled J. Marquez, and the green one is labeled R. Marquez. And the blue one is unlabeled. I wonder if these are... I mean, obviously they're in the Marquez family. I don't know their relations to Shannon or Weaver, though. Based off of first initials. I'm gonna look at the red notebook. The pages are covered in... Oh, Shannon's back, good. The pages are covered in disorganized notes, some written horizontally and others scribbled vertically into margins. A few pages are lined more evenly and divided up into charts correlating seasons, lyrics, harmonies, and coal halls. Shannon's gonna hate me, by the way. Let's look at the green notebook. Conway opens the green notebook. On each page is a delicately rendered charcoal drawing. Most are portraits of rugged faces. Near the middle of the book, there are a few drawings of a young girl in a miner's helmet. She plays along the minecart tracks, collecting pieces of wire. In one drawing, another young girl sits nearby, intently studying a book. Child labor! Ah! One of my coworkers can do something that makes it sound like he's cracking his eyeballs. I hate that. I know that's not possible, but it's funny. Conway opens the blue notebook. The notebook is full of Greek letters and cryptic mathematical formulas. Near the back of the book, what first looks like it might be... Oh yeah, this place. I didn't think you were coming back. Sure I was. Why wouldn't I be? How is Shannon not mad at me? I just left her. Most everyone else I've met tonight has just disappeared. Well, here I am, damn it. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm just on edge. I'll be okay once I get away from this mine. How's the leg? I can walk on it, but it's slow. Well, I'll try not to get too far ahead of you. You don't mind my hitching a ride, do you? I kinda got a lift out here, and Wasn't sure if, when I'd be heading back. I can drive. What was she gonna do here? I can handle it. Okay, your decision. I'm gonna crash the car. Guess I should look for another route to Dogwood Drive. It's like, I still need to find the zero. The zero's not here. I mean, either way, we gotta find a route. So let's say the route to Dogwood Drive. Yeah, alright. Well, maybe asking Weaver about the zero was the wrong place to start. Maybe we should just ask her for specific directions. Her answers are complicated enough without a layer of indirection at the question. I saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan, right at Wax and Peonia, in the back of the bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head to first, just let me know. What does... Oh, you can't see it because of the chat. There's the driving option, and then there's the two people holding hands option. I'm gonna try the holding hands option, because that's different. It doesn't say what it means when I click on that. Lizette's Antiques. I guess this is your truck? This is my truck. Homer. Homer, this is Shannon. Nice to meet you, Homer. Do you help with the driving? You help with the drooling, looks like. This is awesome. Alright, let's go. Alright, so now we want to go back to the bait shop. We have 2 players now! 2 characters! That's probably where the game becomes multiplayer. Maybe. I really don't know what the multiplayer implications are of this game. Bait shop. Conway and Shannon pull into the bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads, "Live bait, minnows small and large, and also large for stripers, night crawlers, chips, and beer." Alright, that's the same as before. And there's the dirt parking lot to the shop's right. Bait shop is closed. We're gonna enter the side door into Shannon's workshop. The walls are lined with cheap metal shelves, loaded precariously with vacuum tubes, awkwardly shaped metal casings, and coffee cans full of electronic components. Shannon leads Conway to the back of the room, where a few TV sets in various states of disassembly are set up on a rough wooden table. She flips the switch on the power strip they're all plugged into, and the TV sets tremble to life. Okay, I gotta ask about Weaver. Conway asks Shannon where she saw Weaver. Shannon points to a small security monitor on the table. The image on the screen is just black, but it seems to be fading slowly, almost imperceptibly, between different shades of black. Shannon tweaks a few knobs on the side of the monitor, but the picture doesn't change. Just gonna stare at it. Conway stares directly at the security monitor. The screen is a cavernous black. It hums and swells at the pace of the tide. Conway loses track of the workshop's walls. They could be inches away or miles. He is adrift on black water, traveling swiftly toward a rocky shore. There should be a lighthouse or a buoy by these rocks. It's too dangerous. Shannon switches off the power strip. Weaver is not here. I have an affliction for the void. Call of the Void is strong for me. I'm zoning out. I guess we could introduce Shannon to Joseph. Maybe that's a reasonable step to take. Wait, there was a honk. Was there another car? I guess it's implied that there are other cars driving by. We saw a tractor when we were hanging out at the gas station. Oh, let's go here. Right, we're gonna go here. We gotta go to the Marquez farmhouse, because that's the only other place that Weaver would be. Scene 11. Looking at these letters makes me want to make another font. Suddenly, fonts are beautiful. Oh, I didn't mean to leave. God. For whatever reason, the first time you enter that place, or like the second you get there, it is gonna say scene 12. Yeah, the scene is just always going up. When you first get there, it asks if you want to leave, and I don't know why. Secret cryptid finger instrument? What was I working on that day? Was that... I was working on the Say drawing. Oh wait, no, it doesn't ask automatically. It's because I clicked on the truck. I'm a goober. Secret cryptid finger instrument. Yeah, I'll save it for off, Kai. I can show you. I also probably say in the clip it doubles as a face. And you can open the mouth and stick out the face's tongue. It's so cool. It's so... No one has ever done that. I'm stuck. There we go. Oh, it's because we got stuck on the hill. Shannon's helping me up. I wonder when it's going to be daytime. Let's look at the graveyard. I think when it shows two people, it's saying that we're, like, looking at it and talking about it, rather than me just looking at it as one character and thinking about it. There's nobody buried here, you know? It's decorative, I guess. Or it's art or something. I don't know. A decorative graveyard? Weaver's folks were like that. Not morbid, I mean, but strange. Careless with tragic ideas. So they're not actually dead? Oh, and look at that headstone. Marquez. I used to think that was for my parents. Now, I don't know. What the... Okay, maybe I want to look at it on my own. A family graveyard is set off to the side of the house. Oh, we've already looked at that. Okay. We're going in. Can I go up the stairs? I can. I got the stairs just fine. The fact that I'm alternating legs is concerning. I feel like I would probably lead with one leg over the other. I don't know. TV time? So this is where she was? Yeah, makes sense. This is where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, and had this place built. Do you have any debts? That's kind of personal. I owe some people some apologies. Maybe for the broken glass door and the broken walls. And the fish tank. Well, you're lucky that's all you owe. My parents were like that, until the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers. And for my mom, it was canaries. Two solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. Yeah, it's just like what you guys were talking about. The company's trying to put their employees in debt and only paying them with the company tokens. I can put you guys back. There you go. Weaver had debt too. A lot of it. All tuition. She said she was a mathematician or something? Yeah, she studied some esoteric stuff about... Something about using math to translate between Spanish and English? I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook, and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. I guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. The car was here when Weaver was here! The first time we saw Weaver in the house, the car was in the garage. Until tonight. Bum bum bum! She seemed really focused on that old TV. Oh, that's not something you see every day. That old TV right there. Well, that is a damned antique for you. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Hearing alternating legs and imagining a point-and-click game where the controls are co-op and the game is just you struggling to get the dang things you want to click on. You actually have to walk manually to every spot you want to click on. Say, do you mind if I open it up? It looks like the dials are all corroded, and the screen is leaking light a bit. Come on, I bet Lisette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. Do it. Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Looks like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's okay. I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that oughta... should be seeing something now. Are you seeing anything? A little bit to the left? Damn, okay. Here, I think the contacts are dirty. Now don't go telling any customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There, just gotta turn it north-south and... The barn is gone. The horses are still there. It's now a road. It's Kentucky Route Zero. You can see it. It's the sign. It's the sign right by my head. There's a truck driving past it. That's my truck. Hold on. End of Act 1. Wow. This game has introduced so much mystery. And so many silly, weird little happenings. War. Okay, so what do we know so far? To recap. I think the best way for me to remember this, or at least what's going on, is just the fact that this is a mining town. A mining town where a lot of people have died. Families were in debt to the mining company so that the mining company could keep them employed. Lots of tragedy. We've run into a lot of ghosts. We also know that Joseph is another avenue for us to learn more about the history of the place, because he was an archivist. There's a little bit more going on with Donald and Luna. Those are characters that we have yet to meet that I believe are probably still around. Should be nice to explore for next time. I'm gonna end it here for today.